Live from Dr. Miriam Divinsky's office in her home, and we are looking at beautiful water in front of us. The most beautiful landscape you could possibly see. So I'm going to let everybody get situated and come find us. Hello, #live if you see us. Say hello. It's not too late if you want us to pop you into the Zoom room with us. Just let me know in the comments. I'm going to see if I can see you. Let's see here. We'll let everybody get set up. Make sure that you have a glass of water since we are going to be exchanging energy virtually. So we know that water is a high conductor for electricity. We want to make sure that you're fully hydrated. So everybody has their water. Dr. Miriam has her water. So Miriam, while I'm setting up, this is my friend and mentor, Dr. Miriam Divinsky. And I would say you are a spiritual advisor, guru of all things, particularly with business and energetics. So a master really of aligning and attuning energies with your inner self, right?
And with your mission in your business.
With your mission and your business. And that also...
In your business.
And that also is aligned with the same energy as your authentic life path, career journey. So even if you're watching us today and you feel in your heart you are a high vibe entrepreneurial woman, but you don't yet know your true calling or what path it is you are supposed to be on, and you're starting to see the indications right now in this moment, this is important information for you. So I applaud you for joining us, and this is going to be really fun. So I know you've heard me talk about Miriam quite a bit in a lot of my talks. We became friends almost 3 years ago, right?
Yes.
And it was divine intervention, I would say, how we met. Very random, right? We had a mutual friend who introduced us. Yeah. So we became friends on a random road trip to a wellness event. And found that we had so much in common. So much of our life path and journeys were very similar in unique ways. So we became friends on that car ride, that 40-minute car ride on the way to the wellness event, as if we had been lifelong friends.
Correct.
So what I found was astonishing was in learning Feng Shui from my masters, we were trained Dowsing in a very surface level, but one of the books that we studied from my mastery program was Dowsing Beyond Duality. And tell everybody out there watching, what is your relationship with that book?
I endorse that book, and it's still one of the best, if not the very best book on dowsing. And Irina actually was my client. Long time before she became a co-author of this book. So in my own copy of the book, there is an endorsement from them as if I would be their mentor, which is not exactly correct. But yes, I taught Irina to dowse. Right.
That's just wild. And
right.
So we do a lot of talk within this high vibe entrepreneurial women group that we are aware and intuitive to divine signs, synchronicities presented by the universe. Sometimes there can be, and I'll let you get that because I know you probably have a message coming through. There can be no signy or signs sometimes. And as we all know, sometimes our inner circle, our soul family, our tribe presents to us in a very synchronistic, harmonious way, such as how we met that one day a few years ago. And I think that was just at the beginning of COVID, right?
Right.
So that was 2020.
And eventually I have moved to Gulfport where we lived.
That's right. Yes. So yes, right now we live in sunny Gulfport, Florida, which we both really believe is one of the hub or epicenters of light workers and spiritual healers, really at this time attracting people here to do that work. And there's several all over the world, but this is one of those special, unique places. And Miriam now lives down the street from me, which is great. But since you've moved here, I will say there's been a lot of abundance brought
Yes.
and transformation just to the vicinity.
That is correct. It is true.
And how have you seen that in your experience? Because I have a different perspective probably.
Many years ago, or several years ago, I moved to Massachusetts from New Jersey, and I moved to the street, and it was literally a dead main street. And when I left 7 years after, you couldn't find the rents there.
Right.
So much business was over there. It was absolutely amazing.
Right. And that seems to be the experience here. So Dr. Miriam found like the last condo that has a panoramic view of the water. It is one of the most abundant views I've ever seen. It would slipped very much under the radar. It's almost as if no one else finds this location unless you are tapped and tuned into that energy. And I'm looking at it right now. The glistening water, you can see dolphin and wildlife, and it is just amazing. But right after she moved into this location, prices went up. It's nearly impossible to buy into real estate right now here.
Right. The condo, like mine, actually almost doubled.
It doubled, yeah.
Yes.
So what does that say? What does that say to us and to everybody out there when we're talking about the importance of your energetic maintenance?
Well, because I have very high level of placement on a map of consciousness, people are drawn to that. And believe me, not only I'm grateful, I'm very humble about it, because I know, just not me, just through me.
Yeah.
I discovered a protocol that allows me to bring my clients a placement on a map in a session from 2 to 6 points up. 6 was only one person, but 2 and 4 many. If you look into Power versus Force by Dr. Hawkins, he said in that book that, which actually was his doctorate dissertation and PhD, after he was a very famous medical doctor already, psychiatrist, that to get several points in a lifetime, it's a big success. Ooh. He eventually changed his mind a little bit and showed that if you are concentrating on virtue, you can bring through lifetime yourself several points.
Oh,
and
wow.
I discovered the protocol, and I practiced this protocol on a daily basis, couple times. This is why my placement got so high, because I do it couple times a day. It is absolutely amazing of what can be done with spiritual dowsing. We can bring the protocol on this particular protocol placement on the map for 2 to 6 points up every session.
So this group that we have assembled here, we do, and we are very much on the same page in terms of our energetic levels. Everyone within this group, and I think there's about 211 at this time, has been screened and measured to be at least of an energetic resonance of 400, which is reason on average. But I'll tell you, many women, especially the mastermind group within this group, they are up in near 540 on a regular
that
basis.
Should be number one goal for everybody. Let me just show you what 400 means.
Yes.
God view is wise, life view is meaningful, a level is a reason, emotion is understanding, and process is abstraction. Abstraction is very important process for scientists. Until they got to this process, they cannot discover anything, they cannot do actually anything. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what does it mean? More prosperity, more than what? More than 350, right? More prosperity and success in business is available. Yeah. Person begins to understand what can be done with mind power, mostly mental approach, beginning to develop some superconscious foundation for identifying with higher self. Okay. Thus, the next goal after 400 is 450, which is God view, would be wise to loving. Life view will be meaningful to benign.
Right.
A level would be to 450.
Right.
Emotion will be understanding to forgiveness, and process will be abstraction to revelation. On a level of 450, enhanced potential for abundance and prosperity is available. Consciousness begins to tune into illuminated awareness. Miracles begin to be available. However, only when identification with higher self is fully manifest in consciousness, miracles follow miracles and wonders never cease. And this is a final, not final in the sense that you cannot go higher, but very important a level to strive for, which is 540.
Yes.
On which God view is one, life view is complete, level is joy, emotion is serenity, and process is transfiguration. By transfiguration, they mean full identification with higher self. And on that level, understanding and mastery of higher self is fully present. Joyful time. Knowledge and knowing that person has power from capital P. This power is enough to manifest a life of abundance and business of prosperity. This should be a goal for everybody who is already on 400.
Yes. So if you're listening to us, I want to go back to, so on average, if you were in this group, you were at least a level of 400. And what Dr. Miriam is saying is you're just a few stages away from really being able to connect and attune with the energy that will bring you true success and abundance in business. That means attracting those who are like you. That is attracting those who resonate with a frequency of joy and love and peace, and having that ability to have that bird's eye view, right? So that bird's eye view so that you can have clarity and make great decisions for your life and your business. And we talk a lot about that, Miriam, within this group too. There's a lot of people within this group that do practice quite frequently Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono, and that is finding and forgiving of self and really deeply releasing any deep traumatic experiences that are carried throughout all of our timelines, releasing you so that you can move forward and really transcend, really have that courage and empowerment. I see that there's a few ladies watching us right now. I want to say hi. I see Dee. Hello, Dee. Dee is one of the mastermind members. She is very, very powerful. You've met quite a few of the mastermind members that are in that really high vibe frequency. Dee is another Feng Shui practitioner. She works with Reiki, so on and so forth. So she is of 540 and above. So she is very, very much.
Then she really can understand and feels that as long as she got to 540, business is completely different. And life actually is completely different.
And Dee, if you're with us still, let us know, drop in the comments, share with us. Does this resonate with you? Share a little bit about your signs and synchronicities that have led you on your path. And really, it is amazing to be in shared energy with other high vibe entrepreneurial women. What are your thoughts? Because this group right now, Dr. Miriam, I have close to women. And it feels to me, and at the time it was created, it felt very safe for women. It felt like there was a real revolution and a need for women to connect with other women in business. Why do you think that feels so good for so many of us?
Well, the feminine energy is actually, and when we say Father, Mother, God, we acknowledge that substance, which is Mother God. And actually, if you look into alchemical literature, you would fully realize that this is where creation in a third dimension happened on the level of substance, on the level of Mother God. Father God is empowering power. Creative power is Mother God, and it's a substance. And women intuitively begin to understand that this is the feminine power that creates.
Yeah.
And it's very safe for women to be in a circle of that feminine power.
Yes.
But alchemical literature clearly says that alchemists who did not realize that this is a substance versus force, which is at that time was understanding of power. The word was force, but actually in Hawkins' term, that will be power. That substance is a female, it's a feminine power.
It very much feels like that. It very much feels like a very safe circle with other women who are creators, who are dreamers, who can see outside of the box that very much was very masculine at one point and very structured. And it feels like this shift right now.
If you would look into power versus force in Dr. Hawkins' term, force is not sustainable. Power is. And a female energy is power. The male energy very often is force. And to sustain force, you need constantly to get more and more resources into it. To sustain power, you don't. Power is self-sustaining. And this is a female. This is a feminine power.
Oh, wow. I love that. I'm seeing when you're talking about it, I'm seeing that like natural cycling of power of Chi that we have.
Yes.
And the alchemy and the assembly of circles of women that we hear about historically that come together and co-create and really bring about massive change and revolution.
Right. Many years ago, I was empowered by a very, very famous psychic lady whose name Anne Corcoran, who is in heaven already. A British lady who was the director of Institute for Spiritual Development. And she said, you will start a circle and a business and a therapeutic wellness center, women for women.
Ooh.
And this was my stuff. Right?
And that
for
was
many years, for several years, it was women by women, women for women. And then men came in, it was brothers, significant others, of my female clients.
Oh, I like that.
This is how it started, women for women.
I like that. Wow. I never knew that story. And I like that all the time.
It was said years ago, right?
This is perfect.
But she actually said it in a very definite term. You will start female movement, feminine woman for women.
Oh my gosh, perfect. Yeah.
That's what you're doing right now.
This is what we're doing right now is the alchemy amongst women. Right. And I want to say hello to Arlene. And if you want to share where you're from, where you're tuning in from, I know that this is an international group. Dee says hello back to us. Tana says hi. Dee brings about, she talks about dowsing. Yep, because we're going to be talking about some dowsing and sharing that today too. And it does feel like we are a safe and supportive circle here. It's almost as if this group only shows itself apparent to the people who are meant to be here.
Yes.
So it isn't a group for everybody. I know many of you have brought friends. Everybody is screened to make sure that they are brought in at a good level to bring about the best energy because we are all on unique, significant paths. I'm going to go ahead and so Dr. Miriam and I consulted the ancient Yi Jing. We share our protocols, my protocols in Feng Shui and hers in spiritual dowsing and beyond. You know, her library, you guys, is amazing. So many books on many modalities, lots of psychology, psychiatry. There's all of the religions, all of their practices. You're a big reader, right? Of information.
And I actually like books, not like, Kindle, but
the
physical books. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that because I have this unique library, when I need to consider something, all I need to do is to get the right book and open it to the right page, and I will get an answer to my question.
I love that practice. Yeah, it's really neat. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. So the Ancient Yi Jing is one book, the Book of Changes, that we both like to look to when we're contemplating making a significant decision or checking in on the energy around us. Those of you who joined me yesterday, we did a Yi Jing check-in, and what the energy was around the collective within this group was very much around gentle movement. So it's like gentle being, and Arlene, she's from Trinidad. That's right. You're from Trinidad. Thank you for being here. So it was about making gentle persuasion in terms of small movements, small influences, rather than inserting ourselves very loud and very young. The energy around us as of yesterday was really owning that power of being influential in small ways. And then going forward, it said for us to listen to the energy of fellowship. So very much what we're talking about right now, the fellowship within this group. So today we want to further clarify where we are in this journey because we are finitely examining the energies within this week, because we want you to leave this week feeling really, really powerful, empowered, so that coming out of this, you're going to be able to see your mentors, you're going to be able to see the education that you need, you're going to be able to access anything that you need to attract your best clients, or maybe even develop that business that you're seeking to develop. Dee said, yes, small movements in influencing feels very feminine. So this is very much, and by the way, this isn't scripted. I'm just waking up each day and pulling together this event for you as it's coming to my consciousness and awareness. And Dr. Miriam and I do a lot of investigating of all the levels of our consciousness and awareness, because there's more than, there's so much beneath the surface, right? Correct, yeah. So I'm going to divine of the ancient I Ching, and it's going to allow us to access our higher selves, and we'll get a read on what the energy is around us right now. And Tana says that's lovely. And hello, Christelle, I see you joining us too. Everyone, if you're just joining us, I see if you just popped in, this is my friend and mentor, Dr. Miriam Divinsky, and she is a world-renowned spiritual dowser. So you've heard me talk about her, and this is a rare occasion that I get to have her come in and to meet you all. She does not come to present to many groups. It's a rare occasion. And Christelle says hi. And you're all familiar. I like to use cards when I'm divining of the ancient I Ching, so I can take a look at the artwork, and it's just very fast and efficient. So I'm going to ask, what is the energy surrounding the High Vibe Entrepreneurial Women group right in this moment? And what can we look forward to in the next day? What can we look forward to in the next day when you receive this energy, so that you can move forward with clarity and ease in your life path journey and career? Please make sure that you're fully hydrated, whether you're watching this with us live or on the replay. And you're hydrated, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just looking for two energies to present. Whoop. Okay, the first one that came out is youthful folly. Really great energy to be in right now. It speaks a lot about creativity and children, right? The joy, wonder, and awe. Those high vibe frequencies that we were just talking about. This is the energy around us right now. And what can we look forward to moving forward in this energy, starting right now and shifting into tomorrow, so we can move forward with greater clarity and ease. So thank you. Madison says, as I sip my adrenal cocktail. Hi, Madison. I'm so glad you could join us. Madison is highly intuitive since a very early age, and her mother as well, too. Why does it pass down through generations, these gifts?
Well, very often the specific energy of a mother attracts the soul that will come through her.
Oh, wow.
My son,
I believe that.
Alex, my son Alex is a good example of that.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
So,
I feel that too. I mean, a good example of that. So let us know in the comments if this resonates with you. I'm talking about why intuitives and high vibes are carried down through the lineage, and why might that happen. And Dr. Miriam is saying that it is part of the mother that attracts in the soul, specifically magnetizes and brings in the soul, and it's meant to be in that way. And I really believe that too. Let us know in the comments if that resonates with you and your experience and in your lineage.
Actually, in the Vedic culture, there is a specific mantra, and it is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, that mantra of moksha, which is mantra of liberation, and simultaneously it's a mantra to attract a high level soul for birth through the woman.
Wow.
The same
I love that. So it's a high
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Attraction. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Let us know what you think about that in the comments.
And it's Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Which actually Vasudevaya means higher self, my inner truth, my inner higher self.
Wow.
And Om Namo, it's I bow to, I attract, I
attract. Oh
so,
my.
and this is a very famous mantra. It's a mantra of liberation. Liberation from returning to earth if somebody does not want to that experience anymore. And it happened to me, it's the same mantra. It's a mantra of attracting high-level soul into the birth into earth. Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
It's the same mantra.
And Christelle says everything is vibration. Yeah, so true. And I really, really believe that. You know, I know there are a lot of mothers in this group as well, and they have that experience even with their children. Madison says having a mother who can nurture and encourage your natural gifts definitely helps. Her mother is very, very aware of allowing, and Madison too, I believe, Madison, you were sharing with me with your children as well,
right?
Allowing those gifts to occur naturally and then to be encouraging of them.
All right, instead of
shaming them. So I want to share the energy of youthful folly that appears around us right now. So really beautiful energy, lady, youthful folly. It's hexagram number 4. Those of you who are following along in your Yi Jings at home, there is quite a bit of change happening here. We're shifting into the energy quite quickly of affluence.
Wow, good.
So really beautiful. I can see here, it looks like a third eye that's ignited a fire from within. There's a symbol of a pyramid, and that fire is just expanding and growing. I love that image. Just got chills. Some people call them spirit bumps. Youthful folly is one of my favorite energies and my favorite area in Feng Shui to work with outside of helpful people. Creativity and children. And you talk to me a lot too when we're installing frequencies. It's that joy and wonder and awe. Why is that joy, wonder, and awe so important for us?
Because, well, actually, what does it mean to be spiritual? To be spiritual is to be joyful and peaceful and joyful no matter what. Because full understanding that events of life comes and goes, and it is our internal state that counts. And if you want to go as high as possible in your transition to another life, you need to have a peaceful and joyful life now. So this is right. On top of it, joy, peace and joy is a high level of energy, and enlightened, non-attached mind never goes beyond peace or beyond neutrality. It is attached mind, non-enlightened mind, goes from peace and joy to despair. Why? Because enlightened, non-attached mind knows that if we cross the line of neutrality, a line of peace, your dominant vibration is going down, and things definitely is not going to go better. And if you stay in peace, no matter what, eventually things will go better, and quite quickly will usually go better because you did not drop your dominant vibration.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And you know and we were just talking about that children energy. Children are born with that they're still connected so much to source.
Right. And they very quickly go back to peace and joy.
Right.
No matter what happened. Something happened, and in several minutes they're back in peace and joy. So the dominant vibration exactly back to where it was.
Right.
There's no problem.
Right. It's us adults sometimes that we have a harder time finding that place. That's why it's so important to have these energetic practices and to have these conversations and to be in this.
That, going beyond neutrality does not serve you. All this war is not a good idea. A war is, it's attraction with fear. What does it attract? Exactly what you don't want.
Exactly. So you're just programming in worry is attracting more to contribute and to fuel to that.
And in the Western culture, worry was like a normal state of affairs for people. And it's not. It kills your dominant vibration, and with that, it kills you any good attraction.
It dulls that flame, and we see this flame right around the corner from us. So that inner flame, that third eye, it has roots in the foundation. That mirror of that pyramid's very strong. Lots of fire energy right around the corner from this youthful folly. So, ladies, let me know if this is resonating with you. Are you starting to really feel, even right now in this very moment, the joy of why you began in this journey? What inspired you to seek your higher self and to live more in alignment with more freedom and expansion, autonomy? And what, maybe perhaps to even join this group and to meet other like-minded women who are on a similar path. Tiffany is joining us as well. Hi, Tiffany. She's another high vibe woman that resonates at a 540.
Wow.
Yeah, very powerful.
Very powerful.
Yeah, she has manifested. And Tiffany, I've been following you on your journey, big supporter of you and your business and what you do. She creates beads that you wear around your waist. You might have seen me wear them at one point. They're intentional, and they are crystal beads that she infuses with intention to help support women in particular in breaking through the chains that we put around us. So I wore mine until it wore off. It just broke. And I was wearing mine with the intention of self-love and self-worth.
And when it broke, it means you got your blessing.
It was done. Yes. So everybody say hi to Tiffany. And if you're curious about her business, she's out there doing great things. Really, really beautiful member of the mastermind group. So the I Ching reminds us that clinging to fantasies leads to humiliation. In a state of hopeful excitement, it is easy to entangle oneself in magical thinking and fantastic dreams. From these entanglements, there are only two ways out: awakening to reality or suffering humiliation. The choice is yours. So are you really living in reality right now of what is, right? What kind of questions can we be asking ourselves under this guidance? So yes, it is wonderful to have dreams beyond the confounds of what we have grown up to see and dream outside of the box. But are we rooted? Is there safety in reality? We need to make sure that we do have our grounding. And grounding is very important as we are up leveling and expanding, making sure that you do have those roots in the ground. Anything coming to your mind in terms of being aware and grounded in ourselves?
Well, one of the major points in any spiritual journey is an expanding of awareness. Mm-hmm. And it definitely does include to be aware of what is.
What is.
Right. If you're fully aware of what is, then you easily can find next step forward.
Right.
And the whole idea of it is if your awareness is expanded and you do not experience fear, you can stay in peace. The next step naturally is coming up.
Ooh,
the problem is that, many of us in Western culture, instead of staying in peace no matter what, are plugging ourselves into fear. And then the next step is cover it. We don't see it. And so the idea is that no matter what, you're not crossing the line of neutrality. You never cross that line of peace.
Mm-hmm. Yes, always you're grounded in neutrality, but you're going up from there.
Yes, what I'm trying to say, you're not going beyond it. You're not going into despair.
So what's coming to my mind right now is when we dip below neutrality, when we get into those lower vibrations, then we can get into these tendencies, and the I Ching is starting to talk about this, those codependencies, latching on to people that you think, oh, someone will save me, not looking to yourself, right?
Right. And you do need to understand that everything, all well-being, all abundance, all prosperity, everything that we want doesn't come from other people. It may come through other people, through their hands, but not from other people. It always comes from spirit. It always comes from what we call Father, Mother, God. But how Father, Mother, God acts, it is through people. So if you pray to power. The prayer should be Father, Mother, God, because it's a power of Father and a substance of Mother that is a creative force for what you actually pray.
Oh my gosh,
Father,
I love
Mother,
that.
God, right?
Father, Mother, God.
If you look into alchemical literature, it's very interesting. It talks about that a lot of alchemists almost come to that transfiguration and never cross the line because they always pray to Father God.
Oh my goodness.
They could not, because the culture was patriarchal. So the God was experienced as a father force. And they never came to final realizations because they never crossed that understanding from Father God to Father Mother God.
Right. It's like the yin and yang, right?
Yes.
You can't have one without the other.
Right. And the translation in Bible, Father God, is incorrect. It's an incorrect translation. What Yeshua told was Father Mother God.
Oh, interesting.
It comes to, you should realize that what we have in English is probably 22 levels of translation. In Aramaic, what he said was Father Mother. And another interesting thing that Yeshua said, which for years I could not fully understand. The rich will go richer and the poor will go poorer. How this master could say some of it's absolute truth. The rich have consciousness of rich, high vibration, right?
So the richness is the abundance of vibration, of high
and the people
quality.
Who have poor vibration, who've got more poor, right?
Oh.
Right. So when you read it in the Bible, it says like, I can't believe it. He said it. When you think about it from point of view of alchemy, well, it's of course 100% correct.
Oh, okay.
It's a vibration.
It's a misunderstood translation a lot of times.
Correct. You know, again and again, it's 22 level of translation between Aramaic to English.
I hope that you all heard that. That was really important. And thank you for sharing that at this time. I think it's really important for you all to hear a lot of what Dr. Miriam is sharing. And again, this isn't scripted, and neither was this reading for you today in this energy of youthful folly. We're getting lots of hearts here. Thank you all for being here. We really feel the love, and you're here at the exact right time. Helena is here and Sammy is here. And I do, to that point, so the I Ching is saying in our youthful folly, we can have that spirit of children and wonder and awe, but have that discernment to know and to be able to evaluate others. So have that discernment to know, is this person showing up in their best energy? This person may or may not be someone to be with me on my journey, but be very discerning, because say someone, an investor, is coming to you with the exact right money you think you want to have for your business. Be discerning and make sure that you're not being smoke screened by power or beauty in this. So you want to come from a place of empowerment when you're making decisions. You don't want to lose your individuality in trying to achieve actualize your goals. So pay attention to people who you feel may be trying to manipulate you and win you over with money, power, beauty, and with the promise of getting you to where you want to go, because they may be ripping you apart from your authentic self and where you really belong. So this is a line advisement, and this is quick energy. So this might be something that's happening to you right now. It might be something that's showing up to you in terms of relationships, collaborators, but this is speaking directly to perhaps an investor or someone making promises to you. So as we are in youthful folly right now, we're shifting quickly into affluence. So remember that. So relevant to Madison. So yeah, we receive these messages at the exact right time. Hear these people out if they're making promises to you, but your devotion is not owed to them. Have your discernment and your wits about you.
There is a very simple way to check truth from falsehood. If you're a dowser, you know how to do it. Mm-hmm. If you're not a dowser, you can do it with your own body. Yes. You just need to do it several times. This is my yes. This is my yes. This is my yes. So
lean forward for yes. This is my yes.
This is my yes. This is my yes. My name is Miriam. and my body will go forward.
Okay.
And my name is Alicia, and
your body will feel pulled backwards. Okay.
This is my no, and you're pulling.
Program your no by leaning
This is
back.
my no. This is my no. This is my no. Let's imagine an investor comes to me and says, "Here, Dr. Divinsky, $1 million. I want 50% of your business." The question is, what is the percent of benefit to do it? Is it 100%? No. Is it 95%? No. If it's 90%? No. Is it 85%? No. Is it 80%? Yes. Now, at least I have the answer. Now, I should consider, would I like to do anything with 80% benefits? That's a separate question. But you can, to distinguish truth from falsehood, you can actually do it with your body. You can do it with muscle testing too, but with body, it's very simple, very easy to learn. And again, my name is Miriam, my body will go forward. My name is Alicia, my body will go backward. And you can say, is it 100% benefit, 95%? In other words, you have complete power of discernment right with your body.
Right within you. You know what's interesting is I just met with a client yesterday in an energy upgrade session, he and his wife. They are multiple business owners, very successful. Energetics is so important to them. They might be, Bobby might be in this group, I'm not sure, but she's very, very busy. So I learned in talking with them that, and trying to teach them dowsing and discerning if it's okay for them to be talking to certain people in their business. And the husband is able to hug people and uses that as his way to get a read on energy. And he knows and is accurate on the scale of Hawking's, which he uses. Right. And he knows I can have love for this person, but they're not someone to do business with me.
Absolutely.
Not the right
again and again, if you look on the internet, you can learn it to do it with your muscle. This is my yes and this is my no. Is it 100%? No. Is it 95? Yes. Oh, great, 95. Now I have something to consider. Would I like to do it or not? It's a separate issue, but at least you have a full power of discernment in your body.
Yeah, built right in. I like that. Right. So just a little bit of clarification before we talk about what's coming right around the corner in terms of affluence for everybody in here. And hi, Michelle. I see that you're watching us. Happy that you can pop in. I know you're super busy. So I do want to, the last bit of guidance here is on the human interpersonal level. And it says sustainable progress requires some degree of order. Training begins with discipline. It is the nature of youth to stumble into error through carelessness or playfulness. Similar problems can plague childish adults too. While discipline is essential to achieve success, steer clear of boring routines or extreme regulations that choke creativity. I like that.
Right, very much.
Yeah, you can kind of feel that in your body too, certainly when you feel that you're being strangulated from fully expressing in your creative self. So that, if you start to feel that showing up, there might be a better way for you to rebuild your routines. What are my routines might not be your routines. You need to have that discipline. You need to have that joy, that childlike wonder and awe. But to, I would say, and what I hear a lot of business mentors saying is keep the momentum going, little bits every day. Have that discipline to show up in the energy of that which you desire and that courage.
All right. And celebrate your successes. Yeah. They don't need to be earth-shaking. They just need to be a successful feeling. Success is a state of mind. It's not particular achievement. You have that state of mind that you're moving in the right direction. This is exactly what success is.
Yeah, I love that.
Moving in the right direction.
Yeah, and having that gratitude.
Right. Versus, I already achieved my goal. No.
Yeah.
Success is a state of mind.
Or that lack when we say, I'll be happy when I get this.
Happiness is a state of consciousness.
Yes. I love that so much. I hope you all heard that. Dee says she loves using her body in terms of reading energy.
Yes, and it's very, very simple and actually very profound.
Yeah.
Try it when you're buying apples. And let's imagine you want an apple, I don't know, specific apples, right? And let's imagine you're in a store and there is no organic ones. All you need to do is just to touch the apple and ask yes or no. And your body will show you, that it can be looking like an apple, but it's
that's
full
the
of
point too.
pesticides.
As we're talking about making sure that our cups are full and we have our best energy,
Right.
make sure that you're also discerning of that which you nourish your body with and that which you nourish your mind with.
And it's very simple,
it
will show you that, your body knows the truth.
I like that. Yeah, so we don't necessarily need to bring out our dowsing pendulum when we're ordering food or when we're in the grocery store.
Correct.
We can use our bodies.
But I don't douse in the grocery store. I use my body. Yes, no.
Yeah, I like that so much. Let me know in the comments. Let Dr. Miriam know in the comments if you have any questions about what we're talking about. I've saved some time. I know that I spoke at the beginning here. We have over 200 women, I believe 212 women within this group, and it's growing steadily as more and more people find us. But you have the potential to get to this 540 if you're not there already. You have the potential to get there. And Dr. Miriam, at the end of this reading, is going to be demonstrating one of her protocols and helping you to raise your vibration and feel and experience it. I want to share it with you within the next 24 hours of watching this video. So if you're joining us live, within 24 hours, you're going to start to experience and see the indications, the signs, and the indications of affluence. So what that means, and again, that is fire above and sky below. I love this card. You probably see a lot of symbolism in this too. Again, looks to me like third eye awareness, consciousness, higher level symbols of and fire and pyramids. So, and I see a story of, yin and yang, really, really cool. It says supreme success, ladies. Like the proverbial pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, a person whose fortunes have turned for the better shine brightly now. So within 24 hours, you may see a symbol of a triangle. You may own a pyramid crystal, for example, and see that repeated several times. Be on the lookout for signs of this affluence showing up, this supreme success, and whatever that may be for you at this time. At the core of true success lies generosity and modesty, right? So think about this. When you are tuned and attuned with success, you shine brighter, just like the radiance shown in this card here. When you are aligned and attuned with your core authentic self and success, you shine brighter. It's like you're a lighthouse.
And it's very attractive.
Very attractive, right? So as we talk about attracting success and answers for your business and more clarity. So be mindful that as you gain this power, as you start to see it, make sure that it is wielded with grace and dignity, right? And Christelle said, because you have shown more confidence when you have this affirmation, make sure that you maintain your grace and dignity in this. We have supreme success and great abundance at this time. So within this 24 hours, let us know, keep us updated if you see these signs and indications, but be careful. Along with any accumulation of wealth or influence can come an increase of pride and arrogance. So really keep, and I know you're all very, very good at this, but keep yourself aligned with grace. And I know we've been practicing that a lot too. Michelle, big fan of grace and understanding the essence of what grace is. I do a lot of pondering on that too. What does grace mean to you?
Well, it seems to me that if you fully understand that it's not me, it is through me.
Yes.
Because if it is through me, I am just a channel for God's power.
Yes.
And I think that keeps us, I don't like the word humble very much, but I just don't know better English word. It keeps us humble in a sense that we are grateful for what internal power we have. We know it's through me to the world.
It's an expression.
And it's expression, right.
Right.
There is, and this, in my opinion, protects us from false pride.
Yes. Yeah, and that's exactly what it's saying for us to keep ourselves in check. And Christelle says, yes, I'm grateful.
Right.
Yeah, so if you want your good fortune to continue, and Dee says, yes, we are channels. This is what I was taught when studying Reiki.
All right.
Yes, stay attentive to manage your affairs well. So as a success and indications of abundance is flowing in, that doesn't mean hands off the wheel.
Right.
Keep things going. You are in power. You are empowered to steer your ship on this path, to keep a lasting prosperity. It's one that honors the values and furthers the collective good. Keep your ideals in line, your intentions in line, aligned with the highest good. So really great energy to be in. Congratulations, everyone. I'm so happy that you could be here to meet Dr. Miriam. We have 10 minutes left before we're hopping on a podcast together. So let's do a little bit of your protocol.
All right. So I created a protocol that allows to erase the placement on a map of consciousness. No matter what is yours at this particular moment, it will be 2 to 4 to 6 points higher when we will be done. Some people will get 6 points, some people will get 4, some people get 2, but I never have had a case that person did not move up. Mm-hmm. I want you to realize that this is a Kabbalah, and I created this protocol from with Dowsing, obviously, from work of Ted Andrews on Kabbalah. And every time that I will invoke the name of God, pendulum will go into installing movement, which means that frequency goes into your awareness. Every time I invoke the archangel that presides through that particular sephira, the pendulum goes into installing movement, and it again goes into your awareness. Mm-hmm. This is what allows to move a placement. Mm-hmm. This enhancement of energy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Through enhancement of awareness.
Yes. Yeah, through our awareness. Okay. So I'm going to ask everybody, as you're getting set up, take a deep breath, cleansing breath, take 3 if you need them. And you really need to be unplugged and present to receive this energy, fully hydrated and preferably both feet on the floor, right?
Right, both feet on the floor, nothing, not crossed legs, not crossed arms.
Yeah, and cross it all, ladies.
Right. So we invoke the infinite spirit in the aspect of, and it will be name of God and name of Archangel. And we will go through Malkus, which is kingdom, to Keser, which is crown. So this is a way of evolution. The world was created in the way of involution, and we're going back from earth to heaven. So I will invoke my higher self, with the higher self, and all your higher selves. And my pendulum says yes, and we found ourselves on a level of Malkus kingdom. And we will invoke the infinite spirit in the aspect of Adonai Haaretz, and pendulum goes into installing movement. And we'll ask Archangel Sandalphon, does anybody needs the color scheme of the 4 worlds? And the answer is yes. And it will be spiritual world, and the color will be yellow. So whoever needs the yellow in the spiritual world now receiving it. Now we found ourselves on the level of foundation. You saw it. Name of God is Shaddai Al-Hay. And again, pendulum is going into clockwise from my position. Installing that frequency in all of you. Archangel is Gabriel on the Sephir of Yesod. And we will ask Archangel Gabriel, does anybody needs any color under his guidance? And answer is yes. And it will be astral world, which is emotional body. And the color is dark purple. Mental world, color is violet. And spiritual world, color is indigo. And again, it installs these frequencies. Light is frequency, color is frequency into your energy field, life field, aura. We are on the level of glory. Name of God is Elohim Tzabaoth. Archangel is Michael. And he says yes. And it's a spiritual body. And the color is violet purple. Spiritual world is a spiritual body. We are on the level of net stack. Victory. Name of God is Jehovah Tzabaoth. Archangel is Haniel, and it's the only female energy archangel. Everybody else before her and after her will be male energy. And Lady Haniel says yes, and it's a mental world, and the color is emerald. We are on the level of Tiferes, beauty. Name of God is Jehovah Allah Vada'as. Archangel is Raphael, and Archangel Raphael says yes, and it's a spiritual world, and the color is pink rose. Pink rose is a very important color. It's a color of additional chakras that is on our diamonds, and its color on this chakra is responsible for aligning heart and mind, which is a prerequisite for power of manifestation. Pink rose, spiritual body. We're on the level of Gibura, might. Name of God is Elohim Gibor. Archangel is coming, and he says no, so nobody needs any color under his guidance. We're on the level of mercy, chesed. Name of God is El. Archangel is Tzadkiel, and he says yes, and it's an astral world, which is our emotional body, and the color is deep purple. Mental world color is blue, and spiritual world color is deep violet. We are on a level of Bina, understanding. Name of God is Jehovah Elohim. Archangel is Tzadkiel, and he says yes. And it's a spiritual world, and the color is crimson. We're on the level of Chokmah, wisdom. Name of God is Jah, or Jehovah. Archangel is Ratziel, and he says yes, and it's our astral body, our emotional body, and the color is mother of pearl, and it's a very important color too because it is remothers us. The color of being mothered again on a higher spiritual level. We're on the level of crown, Keser. Name of God is E-A-E, and this is I am that I am. It's a first emanation from Absolute. This is how this universe started. E-A-E. Archangel is Metatron, and he says yes, and it's a physical body. Every one of us will receive white with gold in the physical body, astral body white brilliance, mental body white brilliance, and spiritual body brilliance. And to complete this wonderful spiritual experience, we will ask our higher self, mine, Lisa, and every one of yours, embrace us with a white healing light so we can maintain this energy for as long as possible. White healing light. In deep gratitude, amen. Is anybody feeling anything?
I was. Tell me, ladies, if you're still with us, what were you experiencing? I will let you speak up to what you were experiencing rather than sharing what I was experiencing. I'm deeply honored to have you join us in this group, and I hope that you all really felt that. Very, very powerful, and what a great place to end today, making sure that you are able to really access this affluential power that you are stepping into with great right and your best right. And Crystal said she felt deep groundedness.
Yes, usually people who do Reiki or any other spiritual healing feel a lot of going through them with this particular protocol, because all these colors is obviously frequency and energy. Yeah. And when they go, through Sephira, so every Sephira, obviously it emphasizes it with name of God and the name of Archangel.
Arlene says that was powerful. Yeah, anyone see, feel, hear anything in that experience? Let us know in the comments. And I want to share with you, like I said, this is a very unique opportunity to be able to share Dr. Miriam Divinsky with you, because this takes, it takes a lot of chi and power to show up and present and exchange energy with 200 women of high vibe And so it's very select opportunities that that Dr. Miriam will show up in this way. And you have an event that's coming up in June.
Correct. In June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd will be a workshop. It's a zero limit mastermind, and it will be done in Miami. And obviously, we will be happy to have you in Miami, or you can join on Zoom. It is sort of a unique thing. I never did it this way before. I never presented all my workshop one after another. And
it's intense.
It should be very intense, and it should be extremely empowering. And obviously, I will surround all this workshop together with the protocol I just did. There is a protocol that I have that really resolve developmental traumatic experiences in your life. We will try to do as much as possible for everyone to experience a shift.
Yeah, so this would be a chance for you to expand your network. There will be some men there as well, too, that are being attracted into this event. If you can attend in person or virtually, we're going to drop the link in the comment if you have questions for us. And also, we have a special friends and family code that we're going to be sharing with you. So if you would like that code, that will give you a discount.
It's actually a very big discount.
A huge discount, and we've been given that permission. So this event is going to be really, really powerful and strong. I can't wait for it. We do have a marketing guru in this event as well, too. Just a genius, another projector, another human design projector. So a very powerful showing up of people shining in their geniuses to be able to support high vibe entrepreneurs like yourself. Dee says she feels a tingling of the energy moving through her. She's deeply honored to have been able to join.
Creepy, right? And again and again, you know, you will see the landing page, and there is testimonials on this landing page. People who, you know, particularly Dave Van Hoos has opportunity to work with best healers in the world. Right. And he's my client, and he shares his experiences with, you know, what he actually experiencing.
Right.
And it's a man, right? And there are two women, right? So again and again, if you can join, even obviously in person or on Zoom, I think it should be life-changing event.
Yeah, this is going to be so much fun. I'm showing the page right now, Dr. Miriam. Tana says leveling up, and she threw a heart in there. So I will drop the link to this landing page below for you, and you can check out the what's going on behind this event, the special opportunities that we have. And again, we want to gift to you a promo code so that you can join.
And it's destiny, I believe, right? The word is destiny, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is you know, that workshop will give us a possibility to join our destiny.
Yes.
To meet our destiny, to have a rendezvous with our destiny.
Yes, so we would love to see you there. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you so much for opening up with all the women here. Okay. And you can let us know in the comment more about your experience. If you're catching us in the replay, hashtag replay, share with us where you're coming from, where you are in your business, and how this session resonated with you. And I will see you tomorrow, and I'll let you say goodbye to all the ladies.
Yes, goodbye and blessings on your journey.
We'll see you soon. Namaste.
The divine in me blesses and honors the divine in you. Namaste.
Namaste, ladies. We'll see you soon.